A Menasha police officer is on administrative leave tonight after he was arrested this morning on potential stalking charges. New at 4, Samantha Cavalli is live in our Fox Valley newsroom with more details on the arrest.
Right, Cami, as of this afternoon, Christian Morales' name, email, and phone number all remain on the Menasha Police Department's website. He had only been with the department for less than a year. As of 10 o'clock this morning, Morales was booked into the Outagamie County Jail. Investigators with Appleton Police say they had been looking into Morales since October regarding allegations of stalking. Menasha Police, Morales' place of work, cooperating with the Appleton Police Department to provide assistance in the investigation. Menasha Police releasing a statement as well, placing Morales on administrative leave. Both the criminal investigation and administrative investigation remain ongoing. In a Facebook post dated March 17, 2025, Menasha Police welcomed Morales, who had previously worked as a corrections deputy for 5 years. Now, as of now, Morales has not been officially charged with this crime, but he's expected to make his initial appearance in court tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Reporting in the Fox Valley Newsroom, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.